My name is David Morton. I'm the Landscape Curator here at Brucemore. It's a 26-acre estate located in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and it's one of the few National Trust historic sites in the Midwest. And this show is about how to create this little piece of paradise in your own backyard. A day in the life of a gardener. Hi! Welcome back to A Day in the Life of a Garden. Today I'm going to sit down and answer some of the questions you've left us in the comment section, and hopefully you'll find it interesting, and maybe, just maybe, your question will be answered as well. So grab a cup of coppa, put your legs up on the coffee table, and let's talk.
Before winter closes in, is it better to clean away leaves and debris, or leave them as insulation for the plants in my garden?
That's a good question. Now you can do either, really. I like to use the leaves to insulate some of the roses, but you want to be careful as to which leaves you use. Maples tend to hold a lot of water. So the idea that they're holding too much water might help to create black spot or mildew on the roses later in the season. So if you're going to use leaves, I would use oak leaves, for example, or I use straw in my garden. But, you know, in the forest, the leaves are going to naturally decompose. So it does help the soil to have the leaves decompose naturally. But I also don't want to leave the leaves on the sidewalk before the snow hits, because you never want to have to blow the snow with your snowblower when there's leaves, because that gets it all jammed up and it's just really painful. So I like to get rid of them in that case. So blow them all away from the sidewalk, but you can blow them into your beds. It certainly isn't going to hurt them.
Over the holidays, I always buy an amaryllis. But what should I do with the bulb when I'm done?
Yes, the lovely amaryllis.
No, thank you. Who, Winthrop? No, thank you, Amaryllis.
You get them in the holidays. There's some red ones, pink ones, white ones. They're actually really quite pretty. And you can get those bulbs to reflower. What I would do is let the bulb go through its thing, and when it dies back, let it die back naturally. In other words, take the flower off, but let the stem die back and turn yellow before you cut that stem off, because it'll still photosynthesize and is able to store energy that way for the next bloom cycle. Then I would put it in a sunny window. Don't put it outside if you're in a frosty area or snowy area, because it won't survive that. Put it in a sunny window. Let the top 2 inches or so dry out in between waterings. So check it once a week. You may water it more than that. You may not water it that much, but let the top 2 inches dry out before you water it again. I would use a good houseplant fertilizer, something even, like a 5-5-5, and use that half strength and feed it every 2 to 3 weeks. Then, when winter starts to go away and spring comes along, around May or wherever your frost-free date is, you can move it outside and put it in a shady spot first, and then slowly introduce it to the sun. Don't put it out in the sun right away or you'll burn the foliage. It'll need to acclimate. Then keep your feeding and watering up, and then around August, stop feeding it. Keep it watered though. Let that top 2 inches dry out. And then as fall starts to roll around, you can bring it back inside. You can transplant it if you want to give it a little more space, usually about 6 to 8 weeks before it's going to bloom again. And then bring it inside and it'll bloom for you again. Yeah, good question.
Mother-in-law's tongue. How do I start new plants? And are they fragile?
Oh, and the mother-in-law's tongue. Yes, Sansevieria, very hardy. They're, well, hardy in the sense that you can't really kill them. Not hardy in that they don't want to be outside in the frost. So let me clarify that. But they are very easy to start. You just, as they grow, you can take them out of their container, break them apart, or if you want to be a little more careful, you can cut them with your pruners and then stick them back in the soil. Now they don't like to hold, they don't want a soil that's going to hold a lot of water. So you want to add sand or perlite to them. They want good drainage. And don't overwater them. I water them maybe once a week, maybe every other week in the wintertime. In the summer months, I would say once a week. And I give them another one to use a good inside houseplant fertilizer on them, because things in pots, the nutrients will leak. as you water. So you want to add nutrients. Anything you're growing in a pot usually is a good idea to fertilize them. They can also tolerate direct sunlight, but generally I would give them partial light. A good, nice outside in the porch or kitchen window. But yeah, very easy to grow. Don't have to worry about being careful with those things. Maybe like your mother-in-law. Well, great. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We're gonna do this more often, so if your question wasn't answered, don't give up. And if you had another question, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, because this is what's gonna get us through the winter. We got a long 3-4 months to go yet. Let's help each other get through the winter. Ask me some questions, let me answer them, and yeah. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more, hit the like button, the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel.